So this is a good question about the paperwork for cruising with a service dog. So you'll need to go to your particular cruise line. We did Royal Caribbean, and you had to get it approved beforehand. So I had to let them know I was traveling with a service dog. And then they have a special needs department. So I called them, and then they sent me the paperwork, and it was, I'm trying to think of what all was on the form, but basically, like, so they want to know what your dog is being used for, what kind of dog it is, how old it is. You've got to upload all the vet records. And then basically it's like a liability form, like, you know, what's expected of your dog's behavior. You know, like if it destroys anything in the room, they put on there that you're not allowed to leave it in the room alone, things like that. So then with your ports, it's going to depend where you go. So we went to Florida, which I didn't need one. And then we went to the Bahamas, 2 different stops in the Bahamas. So I had to get her a permit for the Bahamas. And that was a little bit of a headache, but I did it. It was very hard to get in touch with them. So it's through the agriculture department. And then with that, they actually do ask for proof that your dog is a service dog. Yes, in America, we know that's not a thing. We know that's illegal. But in these other countries, they don't follow that. So Raylan actually has like an identification card, and it's a picture of her and Spy. So I uploaded that. Again, they needed all their vaccinations. And then you need a vet check 48 hours. I'm pretty sure it's 48 hours before you get on the cruise ship. So we were leaving on Sunday, so I took her to the vet on Friday. And that is kind of annoying because it's a health certification and it's only good for 30 days. So it cost me like $165. And then if I take her on one in a month, I have to pay for it again. But yeah, that's what we did. If you guys have any other questions, let me know. I get a lot of comments about the potty box being on the balcony. Royal Caribbean does not allow that. Somebody just wrote that Carnival does. I don't know if that's true or not, but it would be worth looking into. But I'm not gonna lie, the potty box on the 5th floor, it was outside, out of the way. It was not a big issue for us. The only thing that was annoying was we were on the floor 11. So that was frustrating, like first thing in the morning when she had to go really bad. It was kind of a far walk. I think going into it next time, I would plan better and maybe get a room closer. But she did great with the box. It never stunk. I cleaned up, you know, we cleaned up after her. And yeah, it was fine. She had no issues. But yeah, if you guys have any other questions, let me know. One more thing I wanted to add. I got on a Facebook group. It's called Cruising with Service Dogs. I got accepted into that group, and that lady has all of your documentation you need for every port in a files folder. Her name is Donna, and she was so helpful to me. I was low-key panicking because on Monday before we left for our cruise, I had not heard back from the Bahamas. And I was like freaking out because I was like, is she going to be allowed off the ship? Like, what's the deal? And let me just add that when we didn't take her off at Nassau, she stayed with a friend on the ship because we were doing an excursion. But in Coco Cay, they didn't ask for anything. Like, we just moseyed our way on the ship, off the ship. Nobody said a word. So, but anyways, if I didn't have it, you know, they would have asked for it. So better to be prepared. I hope that's helpful. And if you guys have any more questions, let me know.